Most millionaires do these 5 things with their money. Let's see what they do.
In doing this largest study of millionaires, we talked to over 10,000. Most people believe that a millionaire is a sharp dressed lady, in a fancy suit leaning on a Lamborghini in front of a mansion, right? No. In reality, this is what we found, that the everyday millionaires, these are people that are neighbors. You live beside them. You work beside them. These are regular, hardworking, everyday people. They're not flashy like TV wants us to think that they are. No, these people have worked hard over time to be able to build wealth over time. So it didn't happen overnight. They've been intentional using their 401ks, 403bs.
I agree with them. Most people that you see who are flashy with the way they dress, with the car they drive, and how they swipe their credit cards, most of those people don't have much money. The people who are stingy with their money, they're trying to save everything they can, and they just drive a beat up cars. They're probably pretty good with their money because they understand the power of saving their money, investing their money, and let it compound over time. Because unless you win a lottery ticket, there's no way you can make a quick cash just from working a regular job.
Roth IRAs and IRAs. They've been extremely intentional in getting themselves out of debt and staying out of debt once they get out of debt. So you've got an opportunity, regardless of where you are, regardless of your income level. It's about getting plugged into a plan that'll actually work.
Okay, so what this really means is that make a plan is just pretty much they make their money. Part of it will go to investing. Part of it will go to emergency saving. Because when you need money, you don't want to borrow money or take out a loan because that'll cost you extra from interest. And I hate how people use words like 401k, IRA. So those are just retirement. But then the word retirement seems so lame. That's why a lot of young kids, they don't want to deal with it. The word retirement is like it's so out of touch. Like imagine you're 18, you're 20. No one's going to care about retirement at that age. So maybe change the verbiage. It's not saving for retirement. It's not investing for retirement. It's just investing in a better lifestyle. I don't know. We need to make this sexier so more people start investing. All right, next.
And that'll actually work. In doing that research, we were able to learn a lot of things. For example, 94% of the millionaires that we talk to live on less than they make. Compared to the general population, only 55% of people live on less than they make.
Yep. Let's say you're able to make a good income that allows you to save 50% of your income. Do it. Save that money, set it aside, put it in the saving, invest that money, make it go to work for you, and then just live off the other 50% because each of us only have 24 hours a day. And we can only work so much, but money doesn't sleep. If you put it in the market, it'll just continue to grow over time for you, and you don't even have to do anything.
Now, this next one's going to shock you. 93% of the millionaires use coupons when shopping. Yes, they use coupons. And the typical millionaire spends $200 or less per month on restaurants and eating out. And so you begin to look at this, you're talking about intentional people that are finding ways to cut their grocery and they're eating out and being very intentional with their money at all times.
Yeah. Here's another one. So beside finding deals, if you're responsible with your money and if you a person who responsibly use a credit card, you can always find deals, whether it's cashbacks, whether it's travel points. I always on the lookout for what cards gets the most cash back for whatever the most categories. Like let's say you drive a lot, find a card that give you the most amount of cash back for gas refill or something. Like there's a Gemini cards that give you 10% every time you refill your car, but the catch is it's in Bitcoin. So if you don't mess with that, then don't worry about it. Like if like I do online shopping a lot and I find this cards that give me 10% every time I purchase something online. That's awesome. Imagine buying everything online and you just instantly get 10% off. Isn't that great?
Get this, 93% of the millionaires also stick to a budget that they create. So that means they say and do what they said they were going to do. And they're very intentional about walking through it and being very focused.
Yep. Make a budget. Circle back to the only spend 50% of your income. Like, just play with the percentage, right? If you don't make enough, then you can save 20%, 10%, but stick to it. Write down all the expenses you have and just come up with a budget. Like, okay, every month I'm going to spend this much on this and this. And if there's leftover, then you can use that for, I don't know, fun things or go eat out or something. But as long as you stick to your budget, it's good.
The biggest stats, this one really jumped out at me, that 97% of the millionaires that we talk to believe that they control their own destiny. And so that's such a incredible stat, as opposed to, 55% of general population believes they control their own destiny, but 97% of these millionaires do. And so it just goes to show that the right knowledge, the right mindset, and taking the right kinds of actions can put you on the path to do some incredible things.
Why do they feel like they're in control? Money is energy. Once you have a certain amount of money, you can use that energy to do things for you. Everything costs money. So if you are in control with your money, then you will have control of most things. And there's one thing that they didn't mention I would want to add is that to always on edge about your income, meaning you always have to do something to increase it, because you can only save so much, you can only invest so much. The limit, the ceiling is your income. So what can you do to increase your income, whether to switch job, whether to ask your boss for a raise? But most of the time, you would get paid more if you start switching jobs. You can start a business, you can start a side hustle, I don't know, do whatever. Because at the end of the day, these millionaires didn't become millionaires from flipping burgers. They always have to constantly reinvent themselves, improve themselves. So that's how you do it.